morning dear students, welcome back to CLE Science online class. Dear students, in last class we are learning about the concept of different modes of heat transfer. So dear students, recall that what are the different modes of heat transfer. First one is the conduction, next is the convection, and third one is the radiation. So dear students, in last class we have learned about the conduction, is it? So just recall that what do you mean by conduction? Conduction is the spontaneous transfer of heat energy from a region of higher temperature to the region of lower temperature, or in easy language you can say the conduction is nothing but the transferring of higher energy of higher temperature to the energy of lower temperature. Okay, so this is nothing but the example of conduction. So we have understand that concept by using the cooking by induction. So dear students, as you know that solid particles are not moving but they can be vibrate. Okay, so when you are applying the heat, or you can say as a thermal temperature, then the molecules are vibrating there. Okay, now in today's class let's recall the another things what we are going to learn here. It is about the convection. So dear students, let's take the definition of convection. Convection is nothing but, okay, so let's discuss the definition of convection. Liquids and gases are together called fluids. If the substance is containing both the liquids and gases, then substances is called as the fluids. So since both can flow, dear students, fluids nothing but the substance which flow is called as the fluids. So what are the which type of substances are flowing? That is the gases and the liquids, they are flowing. Since both can flow, so in this case of fluids, the molecules themselves carry energy from hotter region to the colder region. This process of heat transferring is called as the convection. Dear students, in the liquid substances mostly which type of transferring of heat is taking place? That is the convection. In the solid particles, which type of mode of transferring of heat is taking place? That is the conduction. In the liquid, or you can say in the fluids, the convection, the flowing of the energy from hotter region to the colder region, this process of heat transferring is called as the convection, where you can observe such type of heat transferring in the fluid regions. Okay, so keep in your mind, for solid purpose, if you want to transfer the energy from hotter region to the colder region, then it is called as a conduction, whereas the convection is nothing but the energy can flow, or you can say the temperature can flow from hotter region to the colder region in the fluid substances. This process of heat transferring is called as the convection. Okay, now let's take a 2 to 3 example to understand the concept of convection. Okay, so dear students, have you observed the sun rays? Yes, sun is very shining in nature, and you can observe the rays of the sun. Okay, so the sun rays heat up the surface of the earth. Yes, so dear students, have you observed that how the temperature of earth becomes more? Because the sun is raying heat up the surface of the earth. This heat is then transferred in the air by convection itself. So how it is possible? Because the radiation can flow in the air, is it? So this mode of transferring of heat, this called as the convection. So this is the second example of convection. So dear students, in the gaseous and the liquid substances, so the energy, or you can say the temperature is transferring from hotter region to the lower region is called as the convection. So this is the another example of convection itself. So the sun rays heat up the surface of the earth. Why? Because this heat is then transferred in the air by convection process. So thus convection helps in keeping our atmosphere warm. So dear students, just imagine the things, how the atmosphere is balancing the temperature of earth, is it? So the convection helps to keeping our atmosphere warm, and this also plays an important role in maintaining the moderate temperature in coastal areas. So dear students, in the coastal areas what happen? There is a necessary to maintain the temperature. Okay, so for moderating the temperature in the coastal area, this convection is help to the environment. As well as the land masses like a coastal city or beach heat up much faster than the water bodies, that is sea or ocean, during daytime, and cool down much faster during night. This temperature difference sets off wind pattern. So dear students, as you know that usually the coastal areas heat up much faster than water bodies. Okay, so the areas very hotter in region. Why? Because the convection process is going on there. Okay, so heat is directly absorbed by the sun and it is reaching to the surface of the ocean. So in this way, what you can observe, the daytime the heating is much faster compared to the night time. Okay, night time is, you can observe here, the cool temperature you can observe. So this temperature differences, why? Because of the wind pattern. Okay, let's discuss this thing in the form of land breeze. So dear students, you know about this thing, how the air is flowing. So the wind blowing from the land towards the sea is called as the land breeze. Okay, so the question can be asked, what do you mean by the land breeze? The wind blowing from the land towards the sea. Okay, this is nothing but the wind is flowing from towards the sea is called as the land breeze. So during the night time what happens? The land in the coastal areas gets cooled down faster than the sea. So the air above the sea is hotter than the air above the land. Okay, so during the night time what happens? The land in the coastal area, this is the land in the coastal area, it gets cool. Why? Because the above the sea is hotter than the air above the land. So therefore the air above the sea rises and air from the land being cool flows towards the sea. So this results in the land breeze. So the question can be asked, what do you mean by land breeze? The wind blowing from the land towards the sea. Keep in your mind, the wind blowing from land towards the sea is called as the land breeze. Yes, and next is the sea breeze. So dear students, sea breeze is nothing but the wind blowing from the sea towards the land. It is land breeze means the wind is coming from the land is called as the land breeze, whereas the sea breeze is nothing but the wind blowing from the sea towards the land is called as a sea breeze. Yes. So during the daytime what happens? The land in the coastal areas gets heated due to the sun's radiation. Yes. So due to the sun's radiation you can observe here how the land is become hot, and the sea also get heated. However, it takes more time to get heated up than the land. So it takes a more time to get a heat, is it? So this is the concept of sea breeze and the land breeze. Sea breeze is nothing but the wind blowing from the sea towards the land is called as the sea breeze, whereas land breeze is nothing but the wind blowing from the land towards the sea is called as the land breeze. How it is possible? Due to the process of convection, where the liquids and the gases are together flows. So convection process where it takes place in the fluids. Okay. Now let's discuss about the radiation. It is the process of transferring of heat in the form of waves, radiation, and doesn't require a medium. It can occur in a vacuum too. So dear students, radiation, it is not requiring any type of the medium. It can occur in a vacuum too. Okay. So for example, the sun's heat reaches the earth's surface through the radiation. So already we have discussed about sun's radiation, how it is reaches. It doesn't require any kind of the medium, directly it is reaches to the surface. Or you can say every hot radiates some heat into the environment, hence many times an objects get heated just by being near to hot object. Dear students, you can see here how this man is taking the temperature from this fire. So how it is possible to reach this temperature till the man? Okay, so this just because of the radiation, is it? Now the question we have, which clothes should be preferred in the summer season? So dear students, which type of clothes you are preferring in the summer season? Usually we are preferring the cotton dress, yes, because it is one of the natural fiber. With this we have to be choose the light colored. In the summer, light colored clothes are preferred because they absorb less amount of heat than dark clothes. So usually in the summer season, which type of clothes we are preferring? We are preferring the less, or you can say light colored clothes, which we get warm to our which we get cool to our body. So thus they keep us relatively cooler, and on the contrary in winter dark colored clothes are preferred. So for winter season we are preferring the dark colored clothes, or in the summer season which type of clothes we are preferring? We are preferring the light color clothes. So why? Because dark colored clothes absorbs more heat than help us keep warm. So this is the reason the question can be asked, which clothes should be preferred in the summer season? So this is our answer, because as compared to the light color, dark color absorbs more heat. Okay dear students, so I hope there is no confusion till now. In the next class we are going to the concept conductors and the insulator. With that we are going to solve some few problems. Okay dear students, so let's meet in the next class. Have a good day. Bye bye.